Hello, everybody. Whoever's listening, I don't know what I'm going to do with this, but I gotta let it out. I'm tired of holding it in. Let me cut straight to it. I was a lady, not the lady. Well, the lady, because I was the lady of the night for a long time. But it's like karma has come to serve itself, for living that life. Wow, I really didn't know what I was doing, apparently. And when I first posted the ad of myself anywhere, I never expected to get the replies that I got and to meet the people that I've met. Never. I think it was literally just a get rich or get money fast thing, not realizing the consequences that it will cost me from being a mother at that. They were so little, or so I thought. Like a lot of parents think we can do stuff in the dark and cover it up, or we think our child is not watching. It's like, here we are 4 years later or 3 years later that I really backed out of that life, which took a whole lot because it becomes an addiction. I've seen it all. I heard it all. I've been at some of the nicest hotels, some of the nicest places, had some of the nicest dinner with some of the most important people. But I never suspected it to all come crumbling down, for one. But I knew I had to get out. I did. It was always in the back of my head. Unfortunately, I fell in love with somebody that I met while being a cyber girl, because that's what I like to call it. Excuse the noise in the background. I'm actually cleaning my carpet with tape. Always have that or a lint brush. But it's just so much going on. Getting myself together to walk to the bank to deposit some money so I can pay my cell phone bills, which are also my two sons' cell phone bills. And I am just blown away by everything that has been occurring the last couple of years. Now, I met a lot of people online. Another guy that I met, I wound up marrying him. Now, mind you, these people I knew became friendships. So I'm not going to just say lady of the night, prostitute, or use any derogatory words against myself, because I am still somebody's mother. I was still and still am an employee and have several different positions. So it became about that life mainly because of the money. It was always more money than the job. It was always more money than somebody that the normal, typical guy I would meet in the urban area would give me, like literally. And you get spoiled. I've gotten spoiled. I had a guy buy me a car once, so I've had a lot of stuff. And sometimes anything that I wanted, I pretty much got. And my family never knew about this, but me and my family was never really close. It was no secret. They was always pointing the finger or always concerned with what was going on with my life, especially my mother, and would literally compare how she lived her life and the abusive relationship she'd been through with how I chose to live my life. Now, marrying that one specific client, because I will say client, we were friends, but we also had a big language barrier, which kind of turned me off from like making it anything more, because I kind of seen the headache with that as friends. But feeling alone and trying to make the best decision after leaving my home city in Philadelphia, PA, and going to Tennessee and trusting the only man that I should have been able to always have trust ever since a child, which was my father. And he knows, it's no secret, and I ain't blaming him But I didn't have a dad. You can't give somebody 5 years of your life, get incarcerated for 10 or 12 years, and then, you know, pop back in their life when they're a young adult already sexually active. You know, whatever abuse took place in my life was already done. So it really was. So I feel like I had already became a woman at that point. I had already became a woman. I had already been traumatized and things like that. And I understood and still do the rehabilitation that men that are incarcerated for long periods of time have to go through once they are released. I mean, it's like they're starting from scratch. They're starting all over. So I never blamed him for that. I really didn't. Just like I didn't blame my child's father that got sentenced to 14, or I want to say 13 or 14 years, and I raised my oldest by myself. With that, things was very hard. I also had another child following another relationship, you know, after having my son, which made them 5 years apart. But years back, I meant literally everything they wanted, you know, I got. And I really did think that I was there emotionally. But no parent is a perfect parent. So I will accept some things in some areas that I'm sure